Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. Forgot that. It is our nighttime devotion. We are reading from the devotional. Hang on a second. How are you doing? I never get to actually talk, do I? I mean, I just talk, but I don't talk. So, how are you doing? I'm okay. I'm very, very tired. I work a lot and I'm tired. But I'm always trying to make sure you get your devotion. Me too. All right. But if you want to leave a comment, by all means, please leave a comment. Click, subscribe, whatever you want to do, follow, depending if you're on TikTok, etc. I'm doing this on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and WhatsApp. So yeah, if you have any comments, suggestions, I don't know if you want me to make this more fun. I'm not really going to try and make this more fun because this is not about fun. This should be life-changing, life-saving. So the nighttime devotion is from Conflict and Courage. The title today, Strange Fire. Leviticus. We haven't touched Leviticus. Leviticus 10 verse 1. And Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, took either of them his censer and put fire therein, and put incense thereon, and offered strange fire before the Lord, which he commanded them not. Next to Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu had stood highest in Israel. They had been especially honored by the Lord, having been permitted with the 70 elders to behold his glory in the mount. But their transgression was not therefore to be excused or lightly regarded. All this rendered their sin more grievous, because men have received great light, because they have, like the princes of Israel, ascended to the mount and been privileged to have communion with God and to dwell in the light of his glory. Let them not flatter themselves that they can afterwards sin with impunity, that because they have been thus honored, God will not be strict to punish their iniquity. This is a fatal deception. The great light and privileges bestowed require returns of virtue and holiness corresponding to the light given. Anything short of this, God cannot accept. Great blessings or privileges should never lull to security or carelessness. They should never give license to sin or cause the recipients to feel that God will not be exact with them. Nadab and Abihu had not in their youth been trained to habits of self-control. Habits of self-indulgence, long cherished, obtained a hold upon them which even the responsibility of the most sacred office had not power to break. They had not been taught to respect the authority of their father, and they did not realize the necessity of exact obedience to the requirements of God. Aaron's mistaken indulgence of his sons prepared them to become the subjects of divine judgments. God designed to teach the people that they must approach him with reverence and awe, and in his own appointed manner. He cannot accept partial obedience. It was not enough that in this solemn season of worship, nearly everyone was done as he had directed. Not nearly everyone, nearly everything was done as he had directed. Let no one deceive himself with the belief that a part of God's commandments are non-essential, or that he will accept a substitute for that which he has required. Strange fire. So the actual title, Strange Fire, is referring to, as we read in the scripture reading, Nadab and Abihu used their censers, put fire in it and incense, and then used it for the Lord other than how he required it. They did it on their own back. They did it their own way. They had, other than Moses and Aaron, they were the next in line in position-wise, among the 70 elders. So if you imagine Moses and Aaron were the highest, Aaron the high priest, Moses the prophet of God. All of these next below them had commune with God. And it says here, when you've greatly blessed and have great commune, you shouldn't be lulled into a false sense of security or carelessness. Don't give license to sin or cause the recipients to feel that God will not exact with them. So don't feel that because you may be a preacher or a singer in ministry or whatever you do, it doesn't mean to say that you are exempt from being taught a lesson by God. When it says he will not be exact with them, it means he will not deal with them in the same way. Because when you sin, essentially you turn your back on God. He doesn't turn his back on you, but you turn your back on him. We turn our back on him when we sin. Habits of self-indulgence, long cherished, obtain a hold upon us. God is designed to teach us. We must approach him with reverence and awe. And this is in his own appointed manner. So he has the way he wants us to approach, to pray, have reverence toward him. We don't choose how we come to him. He guides us how we should come to him. And the closer we come, the closer we become. And as it said before, let no one deceive himself to believe that any one or part of the God's commandments are non-essential, because as it does say in the word, when you break one, you do break them all.